everybody. No, it's not snowing. It's just flowers. So I wanted to do a little bit of a recap from when I got on here on Friday to let you know what I actually accomplished out of all the things that I wrote down. So I did go to work today, and when I came home from work, I got busy. So since Friday, I originally told you I was going to do a product blog, which I did. I uploaded a product blog, and that is on the Rainbow Collection. So it's called Let the Rainbow Be Your Guide. I also sent out on Friday an email blast to my subscribers, and then today what I did was I already scheduled and created my next email blast for this upcoming Friday because I had to put together stuff for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. So I wanted to kind of get that out of the way and get that scheduled because this is a long week for me coming up. It's like birthday week galore, but probably going to be tamed down a little bit because of everything that's going on in the world. And then what I did was I created some Trapped Ruby leggings and a head wrap today because when I was in my Trapped Ruby outfit yesterday, I was actually in my Envision Dream capri leggings, and I said to myself, I wish I had the complete set. So I went and created that. And then what I did was I went into the Tribe vibe and I made a music fanny pack or belt bag. So then the next thing I did was I also went in, I was talking about all of the packing slips that I have, so I went through them and I circled the ones that were wrong, and then I went through the entire collection of Tribe Vibe and Trapped Ruby, and I double-checked the product titles on those. I also installed Facebook Messenger shop for Envision Dream on my Envision Dream Facebook page. So I linked that in. So now if you were to message me on Envision Dream, it's going to automatically populate and see if you want to learn more, visit the website or shop. So I did that today too. The other thing that I did, I feel like I'm constantly saying the same thing over and over again, but that's okay, was I did create a shop on Sheri's Dreamcatcher Facebook page. I'm waiting for it to be approved. Now, I was contemplating yesterday how I was going to do it. And what I did was I had to take myself out of Envision Dream and just really focus on being Sheri's Dreamcatcher because it's a separate business, you know. And Sheri's Dreamcatcher website has a page called Sip and Think Merchandise, which, you know, if you go on it, you can hit the button, click whatever Envision Dream mug you want, and you hit, you know, click it, and it takes you to Envision Dream to check out. So again, I'm waiting for Facebook to approve it, but what I did was I manually uploaded the pictures of the Sip and Think mugs to Sheri's Dreamcatcher Facebook shop, and I linked it to Sheri's Dreamcatcher Sip and Think merchandise page. So again, we'll see if that gets approved. If it doesn't, then I have to go back to the drawing board. But the reason I did it this way was because Sheri's Dreamcatcher website, that can always be upgraded, and I can change it around. So it just gave me a little bit of flexibility. So that's kind of why I went that route. And I decided to do it manually because, right now I don't have as many products on my Sip and Think as I do for Envision Dream. And it also is flexible enough where if on Sheri's Dreamcatcher's website, if I wanted to add products from something else, I can do that as well. So that's kind of where I was going with that. But I had to really think about it for a minute because I'm like, all right, if this thing takes off, what can I do? So that's why I did it the way that I did, and I can always upgrade Sheri's Dreamcatcher's website. So worst case scenario, if I grow large enough, I'll just create another Shopify account. But right now, where I'm at right now, I'm just, learning all of these ins and outs. And later this week, I'm going to focus on my Sip and Think chat that is scheduled this Friday, the 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I need to get together my outline, if you will, for our discussion. And then the other item that I'm going to try to work on this week is the shipping tabs for Envision Dream. So those are my goals this week, especially since I have 3 birthdays in a row. I'm also doing the Golden Girls mega party for one of my friends. She's doing this huge Color Street nail mega party, and any proceeds that I get for being a hostess, there's like 6 hostesses, but anything that I earn is going to be donated to a woman in Georgia who has lupus and is looking for a kidney. So that is my goal for that. I think I've done enough so far. I did go back, like I said yesterday, and I researched my trademark information. I really have to go in, and if I can't find the paperwork, I'm just going to have to contact the trademark lawyer that's involved. And then still working on product descriptions. You might hear me saying that for a while. And gift baskets and candles. And Amazon, which I did try yesterday. I tried to do the Amazon with the UPC codes and upload lists, but my head was just killing me. So I think I did pretty well considering I had one day off, and every single day I would do something at my house as well as do something for my regular job and do something for both Sheri's Dreamcatcher and Envision Dream. So right now, while I'm filming this, dinner is cooking and laundry is in the dryer. I also wanted to follow up with you on the new moon. I know, what is it about me and the new moon? We got a thing going on. That song has been in my head for an hour. Me and moon got a thing going on. So, astrology news, November 14th was the new moon in Scorpio. Hi, Scorpios. So, in reading this, the good part about it is the new moon came at 9:07 p.m. We don't know if it was Eastern, Central, or Pacific time because that's not on the sheet. However, it says, once night falls, the Scorpio new moon creates a sextile with the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, asking how our spiritual and material desires can be made manifest through the incubating and galvanizing forces of the lunar cycle. I can tell you right now, I would have to look up a couple of these words. This is a time to engage with your personal definition of alchemy. In the dark of the new moon, now dark is specific, in the dark of the new moon, some senses are heightened, while others lose their potency. The sixth sense of clear cognizance Inner sight and intuition must be utilized to compensate for the lack of exterior visibility. This is like the shadow side. If I'm wrong, people can correct me. So it says, trust this medicine. The seeds we plant in scorpionic territory only bloom with intention and discrimination, and therefore will serve to thwart any distractions which force you off the path of personal evolution and rebirth. It's a lot. This is a lot going on in here. Aligning with our emotional center, shadows and all, means ascertaining unconscious biases and embracing the potency of cathartic feelings like grief and shame. We have an opportunity now to transmute pain and beliefs of disenfranchisement into ones of personal power. There are a lot of words that need to be looked up, understood, and then applied. Okay, so let's say this again if I can do it. In the dark of the new moon, some senses are heightened, while others lose their potency. The sixth sense of claircognizance, inner sight, and intuition must be utilized. Must be utilized. Do you understand? To compensate for the lack of exterior visibility. Trust this medicine. The seeds we plant in scorpionic territory only bloom with intention and discrimination, and therefore will serve to thwart any distractions which force you off the path of personal evolution and rebirth. I need to take a minute to reread this so I can tell you what I think it says. Planting seeds only bloom with the intention and discrimination, therefore will serve for any distractions which force you off the path of personal evolution and rebirth. Aligning with our emotional center, shadows and all means ascertaining unconscious bias and embracing the potency of cathartic feelings like grief and shame. Basically, it's what I've been saying. Ground yourself so that you can reconnect with your purpose. The other thing I was thinking about recently was that I felt like someone was saying to me, but I don't really care what my purpose is. There's no passion, there's no fire behind it. What should I be doing this for? It's like a pity party. It's like, no. Did you dim the light? Did you let the fire simmer? Or did you let it go out? Right? We're talking about a new moon here. A new direction. A new way of looking at something. Using your intuition to compensate for what you can't see in front of you. Trusting in yourself. And if you do that, the seeds you planted will begin to bloom. And any distractions, and you know what those distractions are. Any of those distractions that have tried to take you off your path are going to be null and void. And the reason it's going to be null and void is because you're going to go into your intuition and you're going to go into your scorpionic side, because this is a new moon in Scorpio. Don't know what a Scorpio's characteristics are during a new moon? You should look it up. It's resilience. No matter how tough it gets, you keep going. And as things lighten up and start to bloom, that fire is going to start igniting. And that fire is what's going to drive your passion to get you to your purpose. So we have an opportunity now, not 10 weeks from now, to transmute any pain and disbeliefs into one's personal power. Getting grounded with yourself, holding on to that rock, being one with you, centered, so that you can take in what the universe is telling you. And then what you're going to do is, once you take all that information that the universe has told you, right, and it's going to bring it down to your ruby, your stone of divine creativity, it's going to manifest there, right? You've already planted the seeds because you've been doing stuff, right? During this new moon, that seed is going to begin to grow. And all that pain and disbelief that was holding you back in that fear zone is going to start to dissipate. And then you can move into the learning zone. And once you've grown from the learning zone, you can then go into the growth zone. Just like we talked about the diagram of who do you want to be during a crisis. So if that doesn't make sense to you, I apologize. I do a lot of my own research. I talk with other people on all different levels. But that's what I got from that. And I think it's a tool. I think it's a great tool. I think you can use it. And I think you can stop whining and crying. And I think that you can move forward. You know, if you're still on this earth, you still have a gift that you need to give. I can't tell you when to light that fire. I can't be the reason you light that fire. That fire has to come within you. Hi, Nugget. Hi, sweetie. I don't know if she's still there. And so, that was my recap regarding what I wanted to get done this weekend, as well as information on the new moon, information on Sheri's Dreamcatcher, information on Envision Dream. So, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.